Welcome to Squirrel, the podcast for distracted writers, hosted by Candace J. Thomas and Jodi L. Milner.
Good morning, Jodi.
Good morning, Candy.
Welcome to Squirrel, the podcast for the distracted writer. Today is our episode on glasses, the stigma of glasses.
This is going to be the you show today, just saying.
No, because I want to hear, this is specifically about why, we're having a conversation about why there is a stigma and why, like, glasses specifically say something about a character. And that's what that's really what I wanted to discuss, more of like character building. And I don't think when a character has glasses, it's done intentionally for a reason.
This is true.
And that's kind of why I wanted to discuss the stigma of glasses. So anyway.
Well, and as we're catering to people who are very distracted, who want to put a person with glasses into their fiction, we're going to kind of give you the what are the things you need to think about when including a character with glasses into your fiction. So consider this your quick and dirty guide to wearing glasses as a character.
So
that's how I'm looking at it.
Easily, let's just kind of start from the beginning. We look at Superman and Clark Kent. So we make automatic character adjustments once we know someone is wearing glasses. So you know that it's Superman, even though he's wearing glasses, like as a disguise. But wearing glasses puts you in a strange group that make you more vulnerable. There are more expectations. It softens the character. There are a lot of dependencies on seeing. That's what we want to talk about. So
why do you think this is super relevant? Like, I know you personally have lots of feelings about glasses. Lots of them.
Because I've had to wear them my entire life. So I asked you to ask me specific questions about glasses. So go ahead. What's your first question?
Well, if we're going to dive into this straight away, so when did you first discover you needed glasses and how did you feel about it?
Well, when I was 5, I was going into kindergarten, and back then they tried to make glasses cool, so they had these things called garanimals, and so they put like little animals on the side of your glasses so they could kind of make kids want to wear them.
Isn't that the same brand that Walmart uses for toddler clothing?
I couldn't even tell you because I don't shop there.
Garanimals.
But Garanimals.
Not sponsored.
And this was back like in the 80s, so I don't even know if this brand is around. But there's always, like, my kids wear glasses. Like, my oldest wore glasses when, she was 3. So there is always some kind of gimmick to try to get kids to wear glasses. And that was what...
Not seeing better is like... That seems like a pretty good payoff.
No, but it doesn't matter. I know it seems like when you're a kid, you get used to not seeing. When you get glasses and you're like, okay, yeah, I can see. But I did not really care about wearing them at all.
So you started going to school and they're like, wait a minute, you can't see the blackboard.
Well, nobody noticed. Who even cared? No one cared. When I was 5. So it's when I started to wear glasses. But there was and I don't know how culture has evolved from the 80s to now when it comes to glasses, younger kids wearing glasses, if they still get made fun of or whatever. But in the 80s, when I was wearing these, everybody made fun of us glasses wearers. So I learned to live without wearing them and like what life was like seeing like that. And I'm nearsighted. Do you know much about the seeing?
I know that much.
Okay. So I have an astigmatism. So that just means that the shape of the eye is different. And that makes it harder for me to see further things down the line. Now, interesting enough, at the age, your eyes age. So they start to squish down with gravity. And that is why a lot of people have to wear glasses when they're older. Surprise, everyone's going to probably need glasses eventually because you can't see close-up stuff. So that like far, when you're farsighted, you can't see that. That is just a basic general. And I can't see far things, so that means that I'm nearsighted. I can see things close up.
And I've got a kiddo that's nearsighted, but when they ended up getting glasses, it didn't seem like an issue at school. It seemed like I need these. And so kiddo never came home saying, so-and-so made fun of me because of my glasses. So I'm hoping that's because people are becoming a little bit nicer.
I think that it's about more accepting of a lot of different things. Actually, our culture is just becoming a lot more accepting. Glasses being one of them. And like a couple years ago, there's a craze of where everyone was wanting to wear glasses and being nerdy, and that was the cool thing. So, and we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so I had to learn to wear them when I was 5, going back to that original question. And I never wore them until after I had a baby. Because after I had a baby, I had like, my eyes got, your body just goes through incredible things, and things just got worse from there. And it's like, I give up. You can't see now. And so now I have to wear them. You've only known me of glasses, but if you see
I've only known glasses
anything from, previous life, I was never wearing my glasses, even though I should have. So I just learned to live with life without them. So
as an adult, do you find that it's as big of a deal? Do you find that people are stereotyping you in a weird way compared to your non-glassed peers?
Yes. And that's only because people think that I'm smarter than I actually am. Like, seriously, they think that I wear glasses, and this is in my bio. I wear glasses that make me seem like the smartest person in the room, so that I can answer all your questions. Bring your questions to me. I'll answer all of them.
Oh, you put your smart glasses on.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the only ones that I wear, smart glasses. I don't wear anything else. And I can't because of my specific issue with my eye, my astigmatism. I can't wear contacts. So I've just lived a life of blurriness. So anyway, where are we?
I think, so talking more about characters that have influenced us over the ages that have had glasses, what are the first few that come to mind? Like the first characters that you saw having glasses there, you're like, oh, hang on a bit.
And this kid's like me. Okay, I'm going to back up because I want to make sure that we have the same foundation. The glasses, when you're younger, learning of kids with glasses, you immediately have some kind of stereotype, right?
My first crush was a kid who had glasses because he had glasses cute. Because I'm attracted to intelligence.
Yeah, me too.
That's a thing.
Sapiosexual, actually.
It is. And he's one of the only kids whose names I actually remember from 5th grade. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Colin Smith, I liked your glasses.
Aw. We'll see if he ever listens to this.
That would be awesome.
So we are like from the beginning, when we first start to read, I mean, there's characters that have glasses. Like, can you think of the first books of characters that had glasses in them? I think of Junie B. Jones, and that, I don't remember what he is, an aardvark?
Arthur.
Yeah. The aardvark. Yeah, well, he wears glasses.
As a non-glasses wearing person, I didn't notice them. Like in cartoons, it didn't really make a difference between if they had glasses or if they'd given them some other physical challenge. And so, like, when you're like, name some characters that had glasses that influenced you growing up, I'm like, I really struggled. I couldn't come up with a name except for, like, I remember Arthur, but I was watching that with my kids.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I, like, started internalizing, oh, yeah, this character is different. They have glasses.
Yeah.
But, like, I didn't go any deeper than that because it wasn't something that was super relevant to me.
Okay. That's cool. That's good.
I don't see glasses.
Oh, that's no, but there's a specific reason why he has those glasses, though. Like in your character, it changes. If he didn't wear those glasses, would you see the character the same?
That's a hard call. I think that's a hard call. I would love to have them run an episode where they kind of play with that idea.
Well, let's go back to something that's easy. Let's talk about Harry Potter. Harry Potter has glasses for a reason. If you took away those glasses, so in this series, there's a moment where like Hermione doesn't get braces. She has like buck teeth, but then they grow too big. And so she makes them smaller. And I'm like, well, that's neat. You could have magic to change your teeth, but Harry still has glasses and he can't fix his eyes. Even though this is a big magic school that can fix pretty much anything, he still wears glasses. But that's a character trait. I can't imagine Harry Potter without his glasses.
It is a character trait. Well, and it showed that he needed help right in the beginning because, like, he had broken glasses. I think, Dursley, I never get his name right.
Yeah.
Stepped on him or something.
Dursley.
Like, he had broken glasses because it showed that he was coming from a home that wasn't caring for him in every way possible. Like, he was barely cared for at all. He's lucky he even got glasses.
Well, and the glasses, that being a specific character trait, it did soften his character. There was a vulnerability in not having those glasses. What could you do with that specific trope? You know, like we all know Velma when she loses her glasses, like almost every episode, and she gets stepped on and she can't see. Well, I mean, she probably has pretty thick Coke bottle glasses to not be able to see anything.
Very much so.
That is, and for specific, you asked this as a question, right?
Well, yeah, that was one of the things I was really curious. This is one of my burning questions, which is how do you sneak in glasses as a character attribute, but without triggering this discussion of ableism? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes these things turn into weird crutches, or like I'm trying to make a statement by making them wear glasses. How would you respond to that?
I don't. Well, as a disability, it is a disability. And people don't think of it as, I cannot see without my glasses. I can't function without my glasses. And that is a real thing. So in Velma losing her glasses and not being able to solve the mystery or whatever, it's true. When my glasses break and I have to go I have to function without them, life is a really strange thing. So, people need to look at it as a disability, even though it's something extremely accessible.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
The award-winning Vivatera series from Candace J. Thomas is now in a collection. The Stones of Everstar explore the story of Naomi and her quest to find the 6 missing stones and the sisters who protect them. You can find this award-winning collection now at your favorite ebook hub or at CandaceJThomas.com.
We're going to talk more about glasses and character. I think we had a terrific discussion so far about characters that have influenced us and our personal experience with glasses. I think one of our next things we need to talk about is, what are those stereotypes that come up if we do see a character with glasses?
Okay, so thinking about characters, Dumbledore. What do you think about when you think of Dumbledore?
Well, pointy hat. No, wait, that's pointy hat, long beard. Dumbledore, Gandalf.
Half moon glasses.
Half moon glasses.
So he has half moon glasses.
Halfway down his nose.
And what does that put as his character?
He's already supposed to be wise, but that makes him wise plus.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because he needs to see things clearly. He needs to read. He needs to be able to see his students.
He's the go-to guy with all the answers, right? He really is.
Well, and then, this is going to be an obscure reference, but it's one that makes me laugh. On Marvel, which we've talked about a few times, Bruce Banner as Hulk needs readers.
Oh, yeah.
And so you see Hulk pull out a pair of readers every once in a while because he's trying to read something. But this is Hulk. Does he need that?
Well, looking at that character, he is, he's
a super intellectual.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that adds a level of that intellectualism to his character, you're like, oh, now he's getting out his glasses. Oh, well, he's getting to smart mode. You know, he's getting to nerd mode right now because he's got his glasses on, right? Nerd mode. That's a thing. So let's, I wanted to mention about the ugly trope. Like when you have glasses, you're ugly and then you take them off and then you're pretty, like in She's All That.
Mm-hmm.
Or
this happens quite a few times in ugly to pretty stories.
Mm-hmm.
In Congeniality, did she have glasses at the beginning?
It's Congeniality.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if
No,
they
I don't
played
think
on
so.
that.
Maybe. I don't
Actually,
think
I don't
so.
think she did.
No, but in Princess Diaries.
Oh, she
She
definitely did.
Because they're like, oh, yeah, you're just a mess. Let's just take off those glasses. So
I need those to see.
I know. I don't know. I think they mentioned that in Barbie, in the Barbie movie, where like, let's see those beautiful eyes or whatever and take off those glasses. Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie.
What about Cloudy and a Chance of Meatballs?
Oh.
Where she won't wear glasses because she doesn't want people to think she's nerdy. She's trying to be a very personable anchor woman. And she sees Flint Lockwood. We love this show, by the way. And she thinks he's a hunk because she's like, she can't see him clearly. But he's like, be who you are. Wear that scrunchie. Wear your glasses. And she puts it on, and all of a sudden, he isn't so hunky anymore. And she's like, whoa, oh. And it's this really delightful moment of, it's kind of twisting it's okay to wear glasses, but do you really want to see that clearly? Like, do the appearances of other people mean a lot to you? And would it be better if you could not see those imperfections? You could not see.
For me, it doesn't. But I get what you mean when you're looking at specific kind of tropes and writing that kind of thing. It's a gimmick that you can throw in there to amplify that comedy of it, right?
Oh, for sure. Well, and then like in real life, people who do wear glasses because they have to wear glasses, it becomes a part of their persona. It becomes part of their personality. And so I do know several people who they have multiple different glasses that they use to accessorize their outfits. So they have really loud ones. They're like, this is not only something I have to wear, this is my personality, and it's loud and it's in your face and it's quirky and I love it. And so I feel that it shouldn't always be a weakness. It is a way of expressing personality that normal-sided people don't necessarily have unless they're faking it.
Well, you mentioned Maribel from Encanto. And I don't see, and when I think about her character, the glasses that she wears just kind of enhances her character. I don't see it as a disability, but I find it as a quirk, you know?
Mm-hmm. And she would look a little strange without them.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way we've seen her, and they never flag that the vision is going to be a problem in the story. It never turns into a point of conflict. Mm-hmm. But it is part of her character that, you know, she's someone who looks beyond. She is someone who looks a little bit closer at things than other people. Like, she has to solve the problem by noticing things that other people don't notice. Mm-hmm. And so the glasses are kind of a brilliant way to capture that tiny element of her character among so many elements of her character.
Yeah. And you mentioned something that kind of sparked my brain. So when I'm thinking about using glasses specifically in a character, I'm thinking I'm sure you had to read Lord of the Flies.
Of course I had to read Lord of the
Flies.
So,
I mean, that was the first thing I was thinking about when doing this episode, that Piggy has those glasses, but those glasses are specific for making fire. So they became a PowerPoint of control if you're having those glasses. Now that's a very specific, important part of the story that the author thought about when creating this story, is actually using those glasses as a trigger point in the balance of power within those two.
Absolutely.
groups.
It was a matter of haves and have-nots. Mm-hmm. The group that had the glasses had the fire.
Yeah, they had the power.
And they had power. And then they lorded it over the other ones, and the story rolls out. It is an awful story. But I loved it. I loved it as a kid.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh my gosh.
You read it in high school and you're just like, this is deep. This is this kind of.
It's a little unsettling.
Well, it slivers into your heart for some reason. You know, there's a frightening part of it that teaches you stuff. That's a completely. We just scrolled. That's a completely different episode. We'll talk about that later. So I did want to point out something that you mentioned about people that wear glasses when they don't need glasses.
And I swear this was a thing that was maybe about 5 years ago where there was this trend of wearing a glassless glasses. That's probably not how they call them.
Sure.
But like it was
works.
lensless. They didn't have lenses in them and they'd wear them as a fashion accessory. And I think looking back, they're like, that was probably not one of my better ideas because it's like you wouldn't use crutches.
Right.
Because they're a fashion accessory.
Right.
You would use them because you need them.
People that wear glasses have feelings about this because we've had to we've felt shame for wearing them at one point at a time, or we really depend on them all the time. So it is, I mean, people don't remember it's a disability, but yeah, I put in my notes that I feel that people that wear glasses that don't need glasses is like bandaging your ankle when it's not hurt, or
putting Band-Aids on, like, because you think they look good.
Right? Exactly. Please don't do that. It's insulting to us.
And with the conversation of ableism now coming into the forefront of more people, like people are more aware of, it's not really okay to use somebody else's physical challenge as a fashion statement. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that was something that was this weird pocket, and I haven't seen it since then.
No, I'm glad that kind of went away because I don't,
But if you do want to have a character that's super out of touch, that would not be the worst way of going about it to demonstrate that they're out of touch, where they're like, they don't get that there's so many things wrong with that.
Let's go to, I have a thought about character building and how there are so many characters that don't wear glasses, but I think glasses can enhance your character. So, small story, during the pandemic when we were all kind of really depressed, I decided to read Midnight Sun from Stephanie Meyer. Midnight Sun, if you don't know what that is, but I'm sure everyone kind of does, it's just Twilight told from Edward's perspective. And I thought that this would be pretty funny to read to help me get through these miserable parts. And as I read it and I was getting Edward's perspective of what he saw as Bella. Now, Bella's character is supposed to be nerdy, supposed to be smart, clumsy, all these things that are stereotypical of a person wearing glasses. But she didn't wear glasses. So I thought, well, what if I just put Bella in glasses? And all of a sudden, I liked her character better. Is that really awful of me? But that's something I never thought about doing before, is putting someone in glasses and seeing how that would change their character.
I wouldn't say that's completely off the mark. It made her more relatable to you personally, because you identify with all of these attributes that you just named, but you also attribute that to being a glasses wearer. Mm-hmm. And so having that as this natural step makes a lot of sense, that imagining her as being a fellow glasses wearer endeared her to you.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So in kind of final thoughts here, that's what I really want to talk about is I think that more characters could wear glasses. It could enhance your character. I have a book, Vampirish, where my character does wear glasses, and I did do that on purpose because I needed to enhance his character in that geek level and that smart level, and someone who was not ashamed to wear those glasses during, whatever he was experiencing. So I'm just going to kind of throw that out there, that maybe if you're struggling with your character, maybe give them glasses and see how that changes them.
And that is your quick and dirty tip from the Squirrely Girls at the Squirrel Podcast.
Yes, there you go. And love people that wear glasses. We struggle, but we try. Okay, next episode is yours.
Coming up next is we're talking about the pros and cons of being a pro at a con, meaning a writing conference or a comic convention type conference. Because both of us have probably more experience than we care to tell.
I'm not going to tell everything.
We're not going to tell everything.
But it'll be a fun episode.
Don't forget, we do have a Patreon if you'd like to support us. And while you're here, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe.
No. Like and subscribe.
Yes. What she said.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to the Squirrel Podcast for the Distracted Writer with Candace J. Thomas and Jodi L. Milner. This episode was recorded at the Farmhouse Recording Studio. Please like and subscribe to our podcast for updates and new episodes, and find more information at our website, squirrelpodcast.com. Stay distracted, everyone.
This week we're going to talk about, I'm just being a little more over the top, but
Yes, you are.
But it feels like we're tiptoeing up to the topic instead of kind of diving into the conversation.
I don't want to dive into the conversation.